5, and 6.
That's correct.
You forward all of this, the same messages that you received from General Sabia, you forward to Mr. Motsumi. Why did you forward them to Mr. Motsumi?
Sorry, Commissioner. You said 5?
580.
580 over the page to 581.
580, okay. I'm on it.
Why did you forward these messages to Mr. Motsumi?
I wanted him to know what was happening in that said project.
I'm sorry, I must apologize, I didn't hear that answer. You wanted him to know?
Okay. I sent it to him to know what was happening on that contract.
What was his interest in that contract, that he needed to know about what was happening on that contract?
Mr. Matlala owed Mr. Motsumi money, so I was warning him that, hey, Baba, your money will never come back because where he invested in Mr. Matlala's company. So I was making him aware that his contract is about to be terminated.
So when you say he invested in Mr. Matlala's company, was that Medicare 24? Was he a silent partner in Medicare 24?
I think not Medicare 24 per se, but I knew that Cat owed him money long before Medicare, and he promised that he's going to start making payment when this Medicare start to function properly.
And how did you know that Cat owed Mr. Motsumi money?
Pardon?
How did you know that Mr. Matlala owed Mr. Motsumi money?
Mr. Motsumi told me.
And when did he tell you?
Okay. During our biking, when we bike with Mr. Motsumi, said, hey, that cat must start paying me.
And approximately when would this have been? Would it have been before the contract was awarded, after the contract was awarded?
I think before the contract is awarded.
So you knew from Mr. Motsumi from before the contract being awarded that he was owed money from Mr. Matlala?
Yes.
And do you know if Mr. Matlala had started paying Mr. Motsumi back once the money flowed on the contract?
Can you repeat that?
Once the SAPS contract started paying Mr. Matlala, do you know if he had started to pay Mr. Motsumi back?
No,
You know,
I don't know.
you don't know. So
Yes.
you don't know whether Mr. Matlala had paid anything to Mr. Motsumi?
Yes.
And did you ever raise this with Mr. Matlala? The fact that he owed money to Mr. Motsumi?
No. I think it was the matter of myself and Mr. Motsumi gossiping about Matlala.
So you were giving Mr. Motsumi this information about the Medicare 24 contract to let him know that Mr. Matlala was not going to be able to pay him back.
That's correct.
Can I just ask a different question? And this relates to your forwarding these messages to different people, not just Mr. Motsumi. You sent to Mr. Matlala and you sent to General Shibiri. Now, maybe let me start with General Shibiri. What you testified earlier is that the discussion, why you forwarded the payment
Yes.
WhatsApp messages to General Shibiri is because you knew that there had been an inquiry to him for assistance. In fact, there had been an approach to him for assistance.
That's correct.
Yes. Now, I don't understand if that's all that you knew about the interaction between Mr. Matlala and General Shibiri. If that's all there was that you knew of, why would you send General Shibiri this inquiry from the media? And it's forwarding the next WhatsApp message where it's being forwarded, or a message is being sent by Pokane to generals, and then her response as well to Mr. Mashego. This is General Pokane, that it's an internal matter. Why would you share this with General Shibiri? Because it has nothing to do with payment.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. I think being used to share information with this cycle of generals, General Shibiri, General Sibia, I just forwarded it as it came.
The thing, though, is this is not just any other information. It's very specific, and we do have evidence now.
Yes.
You would have heard that Mr. Matlala paid monies to General Shibiri, which he says was a loan. So we now know that monies have passed between Mr. Matlala and General Shibiri. So we know that he's got an interest in, at least where I'm sitting. General Shibiri would have an interest in Mr. Matlala keeping that contract at the SAPS, or what's happening with the contract. This suggests to me that you knew that General Shibiri has an interest more than just helping with payments. That's why you're sharing. Look at what the media is now asking. That's what this is. It suggests to me you were saying, look at the media is now asking questions. Look at the response of the SAPS and see that extract from the investigation or audit report. You share them because you know that there's a deeper involvement or interest between General Shibiri and Mr. Matlala, not just a random, oh, I'm not getting paid, help me out. Sorry. That's the only way it makes sense to me that you would share this information with General Shibiri, is because you know something more than just an inquiry or a request for assistance to be paid. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that you sent this, and I don't see that this is just a random sharing of information that you do on a regular basis with generals. This is very specific. So I think what I'm asking you is there has to be a better explanation for why you're sharing this with General Shibiri, for one, other than, well, I'm used to sharing information with generals.
To comment on that, maybe it came out wrong that I said I'm used to sharing information with generals. With General Shibiri, let me be direct with him. With General Shibiri, Commissioner, I share everything that I come across. whether it's relevant to him or not. Sometimes he will not even comment or say anything on it. But according to me, I just share it because I'm used to share information with him. And any other than sharing information, he never mentioned to me that he's got maybe personal interest in coming to benefit in Mr. Matlala's contract. So on that part, I would not be in a position to answer that.
Why did you think he needed to know that Mr. Abraham Mashego is making those inquiries? Why did you think General Shibiri needs to know that?
I think, Commissioner, I took it from on the basis that Kat also complained to him about the payment. So that is when now the information about Kat, I also forwarded to him.
Let me suggest to you what it looks like.
Yes.
It looks like you were alerting him that, look at the media, it's inquiring about our contract. That's what it looks like. But in addition to that, you were alerting him, if he didn't know, that there is in fact an intention to terminate our contract and underline our contract. I say underline, and I call it our contract because your conduct here and his conduct suggests that you are much more interested in Mr. Matlala's contract than just random SAPS police officers who are assisting a member of the public. It suggests that you have a greater interest in this contract, and that's why you are sharing this out of concern. That's what it looks like to me. Do you want to comment?
It's not like that, Commissioner.
Sorry, say that again.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
Yes. And when you share with Mr. Matlala, it's the same thing. It is, you appear to me to be warning him that, look, journalists are now asking questions about our contract or your contract, but in fact, in addition to that, they are aware that there is a recommendation or instruction to terminate the contract. You are alerting him to that. Do you have any comment to that? It's what it looks like to me, and it's what I'm suggesting was the whole point of you sharing these WhatsApp screens. If you were not instructed by General Shibiri to forward them, and you just forwarded them out of your own initiative, then I'm suggesting to you that you were forwarding them because you were alerting them about the SAPS there's been a recommendation to General Masemula to terminate. You were alerting him about that. Do you have any comment?
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes.
I think in my position, even on the structural level of SAPS, I wouldn't even when the media comes, they would not even come even nearer to me because of there is procurement, there is HR.
Yes.
The people who will be concerned and more worried are there in HR and procurement.
Yes.
So now taking out that issue of our contract, before the news could come to me, his people over there would have got that information. So I'm just taking off that thing that I was worried that, our money is going now or our tender is going now. No. I was just doing that innocently. Hey, we are humble. This one sent me and then I sent. But I had no interest at all.
Yes. You see, my suggestion, and maybe you assist me by what you're saying, that my suggestion is based also on Ordinarily, you have no interest. You should have no interest whatsoever
Yes.
in this. And when it comes to you from General Sibia, unless he instructed you to forward it, it's something that you read and you forget about it. You pass it on because it's not in your station, has nothing to do with you.
It's true.
But it comes through and you quite actively send it to different people. So
Yes.
it's either you are acting on instructions to forward it to other people because you have a direct instruction, or you know that's how it works. When General Sibia gives you stuff, he's really saying to you, pass it on, and maybe you've said that when you say I was passing on a message. It's either that's what was happening, or it's I don't know if it's worse than that, which is, well, you are alerting them that the media is going to be reporting about this.
Yes.
That's what you're reporting, but also the contract is under threat. I'm suggesting it's one of the two. It's not as innocent as you saying, oh, I was just sharing. That's all there is. It's not.
But the commissioner, I understood a bit about what I just explained, that there was no way that media could come to know, or I would be worried that the contract is, the people who would be worried is those ones who approved that project.
Yes.
So, to me, when it was sent to me, I thought because of previous communication that I take this one, send it to one. Even though at that time they did not send it, I took it as a norm. Citoyen, or take it as a pass. That's what I did.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Can I sneak in one question and steal your time, Mr. Chaskalson? Sergeant, when you were sharing this page of the internal audit report to Mr. Motsumi, whose interest were you advancing?
Mr. Motsumi.
Because you knew that he had an interest in this contract,
Yes.
and it would be adverse to his interests if this contract was terminated by SAPS.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I ask you about meetings that you've had with Mr. Motsumi? Now, I've been through the chats, and I can identify from March 2024 to September 2025, you have 12 different meetings with Mr. Motsumi that we can see on the chats. I can take you to them if you want, but I can assure you that there are 12 different meetings with Mr. Motsumi that I see, either from invitations, sort of waterfall gates codes,
Yes.
or communications where you say you're at the gate or give me a code.
That's correct.
Beyond these 12 meetings, did you have other meetings with Mr. Motsumi that you're aware of over that period? And the period is March 2024 to September 2025.
Okay. You said you've seen 12.
I've seen 12 in relation to entry codes or messages about saying I'm at the gate or send a code. I can give you the dates if that would help. I can take you through them.
No need.
And one of those 12 is the meeting that we discussed last month with General Sibia, when you appeared to be waiting with Mr. Motsumi, but he was stuck in a meeting with the National Commissioner, and General Sentumule kept on talking longer than he expected. You remember that one?
Yes.
So I've identified these 12 from the chats. Are there meetings that you've had with Mr. Motsumi that wouldn't be reflected in the chats over that period?
Yes.